All right, everybody. Welcome to the first edition, the first episode of the Rhodes Show. I'm Big Brain Benny, and I got Guy here with me. We're going to run through the games of the week, and at the end, we're going to give you our Beat the Book play of the day. Got anything to say to the folks, Guy?
We know you've been waiting for this a long time. We're really trying to get these picks out for you, make you a little money on the side, and we're going to be bringing the heat the rest of the year. So we'll have some special guests on, and we're excited for you guys to be here with us.
Well, let's fucking get it rolling. Let's go on to the first game of the week that we're discussing. We got Packers +3 at our Pittsburgh Steelers. The over-under is currently at 39. We're recording this on Friday, and I'm getting my lines via DraftKings. I don't know about you, Guy.
Same here. The only book we use here on the Rhodes Show.
The only book we use. We can maybe get by with BetMGM, but right now we're a DK. We're a DK show.
We just want to keep it consistent for you guys here.
100%. So we're riding the same lines. Wait, what you want to start, or you want me to start?
I'll start. I'll let you take the lead on the next one. Packers at Steelers. Tough over-under number here at 39. Going to stay away from that one this week. Not a big over-under guy myself. As a Steeler fan, Steelers are kind of pesky, but they're also kind of a dead dog. But the Packers are the more dead dog in this situation. This is a game where the Steelers really right the ship here, sitting at 5-3. Steelers go in 6-3 into next week with a couple games coming up that are pretty winnable. That's a good record to be in. Mike Tomlin, not a big Tomlin guy myself, but I'm going to take the Steelers. I'm going to take a -3, and I think they win. I mean, I think you'd be safe to play this up to -6.5. I think the Steelers win by a touchdown here. Jordan Love stinks. He stinks. Kenny Pickett, not good, but Jordan Love stinks. Go ahead, Big Brain.
You know, I'm trying to find a point that you made that to disagree with, but it's hard to find one. Now the Steelers, one point I will say, Steelers by a touchdown. Don't know if I agree with that. Don't know if the Steelers have beat a team by a touchdown this year. Don't fact check me on that. But this game screams to me two mid quarterbacks. It's going to be a mid off. This total is at the perfect line, and I'm hammering the under 39. There's no shot. The Steelers are going to win, but they're not scoring more than 21 points. So you'd be safe to bet the Steelers 20 points. Packers may be lucky to get 13, 17. This under is going to hit so smooth. It's never going to be in question. I'm riding the under 39.
If I had to pick this game and I had to go over under, I'd have to go the under as well. Terrible taking the Steelers in any over situation. Yeah, it's a good point you bring up because I have the Steelers win this game 21-13.
That hits the under. So we're right there on the line. All right, let's move on to the next game. A big matchup this week. We have the Browns +6.5 at Lamar Jackson's Ravens. The over-under is at 38. Very interesting
number
total to give for the Ravens, who just absolutely tallywhacked the Seahawks last week. But the Browns, Deshaun Watson, he stinks now that he got exposed. I think if it was PJ Walker, I think maybe they hit this over, but I'm staying away from the total. Don't love it. I got to ride the Ravens here. I think they are probably the best team in the AFC, arguably. I mean, the Chiefs are always there. You got Pat Mahomes, but they haven't looked like their A game. Now, the Ravens, especially the last several weeks, they've looked like they have hit their mark. And Lamar Jackson actually looks like a quarterback. And, I mean, fuck, look how cool he looks. I just have to ride the Ravens -6.5. The Browns, Deshaun Watson, it's a touchdown game, and the Ravens are going to win by more than one touchdown.
I like everything you said there. Usually, as I'm doing point spreads here, typically you see the Ravens come out and absolutely stomp the Seahawks. They stomped the Lions a couple weeks ago. Browns looks like maybe they've figured it out, and then they don't figure it out. This is a game where typically I would lean to go the Browns 6.5, but you gotta remember we're talking about Lamarvelous Jackson. And Lamarvelous Jackson and the Ravens defense is very good. The Ravens offense is elite. I'm leading the number here with the Ravens -6.5. I think it gets ugly for the Browns in Baltimore. And Deshaun Watson's going to look very confused out there. Very confused. One of the worst contracts ever. Deshaun Watson is just lucky Russell Wilson's contract exists because the Ravens are coming. They're coming hard. They're coming fast. I think the Ravens destroy the Browns here. I agree. I think the Ravens look like the best team in the AFC. I think I'd be curious to see the number right now if it was the Ravens versus the Chiefs, especially if it's in Baltimore. Ravens look dangerous right now. Very dangerous. Don't want to peak too early. Give me the Ravens -6.5.
We're doubling down on the Ravens -6.5. So, folks, if you watched these shows before, then maybe you want to fade us and hit the Browns. But I think that is the stupid decision to fade because, like Guy said, the Ravens are gonna beat the shit out of the Browns. All right, you got the next game.
I'll take the next game here.
We got 49ers at AG's jagging off Jaguars +3. The over-under is 44.5.
This is another one of these games that's going to be a good game to watch. 49ers, see, the worst thing that could happen to the Jaguars is what's happened to the 49ers the past couple weeks. Everyone's counting the 49ers out. 49ers stink. Brock Purdy, system quarterback. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a system quarterback. You're a system quarterback and it works for you. Perfect. Look at Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. System quarterback. Very good quarterback in that system. Brock Purdy, very good quarterback in that system. Kyle Shanahan continues to show you every year, doesn't matter who's slinging the rock for him. Give me the 49ers in a get-back game, -3 on the road in a sleepy Jacksonville. The Jags are going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be no big deal. Can't wait for the Jags to play the Ravens in the playoffs. I think Trevor Lawrence is a playoff quarterback. I think the Jags are a good squad. Definitely got them in the playoffs, but I think the 49ers remind us the 49ers are the real deal, and they are coming for the NFC.
I hear what you're saying, and I don't know if you knew this either, but Deebo Samuel was slated to return this week as well. And Brock Purdy, when he had Deebo, Ayuk, Kittle, and McCaffrey, all three, he was the top 10 quarterback in the league. One of the dogs go down, he kind of reverts back to no shit. He was the last pick in the draft. But like you said, he's system quarterback, good in that system. Kyle Shanahan can make anyone look good. Jaguars, they're hot. They're riding high. 49ers coming across country. This total's high. This total's high.
I don't know about you, but for me, this is the toughest game we got to pick this week. This is a tough game.
I'm in agreement, but you know what? I think that the 49ers, Chase Young getting over there with Nick Bosa, I think their defense is gonna really stifle the Jaguars. And like I said, Brock Purdy hasn't looked the greatest. Jaguars D's pretty good. I think this game's gonna be within the number, and I think it's gonna be under 44.5. So I'm riding more so on the under 44.5 than anything. That's what I'm sticking my stake in.
That's an interesting pick because if I looked at this over under here, I'm thinking this game's going over.
See, that's what that's what everybody thinks, but I think 49ers traveling across the country. I think that the 49ers want to just beat the shit out of the Jaguars, and I think they want to muddy this game up. They want to dirty it up. Niners off the bye. They're gonna look fast. They're gonna look hot. Jaguars, I just don't know. It's the it's the allure of the Jaguars being the Jaguars. So they're gonna have to prove it for me to start actually respecting them a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I really hope the 49ers come out wearing the all whites, the all white throwbacks. If they come out wearing the all white throwbacks, it's over from warm-ups.
Yeah, if the 49ers come out in the all white throwbacks, then then my pick switches to the over. But if they come out in anything other than the all white throwbacks, I'm sticking with the under. But they are fast in those all whites.
They are fast in the all whites, and the Jags are a fast team. So I don't see Travis Etienne getting the rock rolling here against the 49ers defense. Stout defense.
I don't think so either. Now are you all right with the switch pick of the jersey?
I'm fine with the switch pick of the jersey. We'll see in the comments section what the jersey.
Yeah,
we'll have to see what the comments what they say. But I'm good.
Chat says. All right, so I'll kick off the last game we got to discuss. Bad slate this week. We got the Lions at the Chargers +3. Over under is 48.5. This game, let me check my notes. This game honestly disgusts me because of who.
It's
because
gross.
of
It's a tough one to pick.
because of who I'm taking. It disgusts me that I'm taking the Chargers +3.
Oh,
The Chargers,
Don't do it,
they are and always will be one of a joke of the National Football League. They choke. They are supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, then they come out flat. I just don't know. I think the Lions win this game, but I think the Chargers keep it within the number. I think they're going to play tight all game. I think Herbert, Goff, it's going to be a show. I would sprinkle the over on this. I think this is going to be high flying. But I think the Chargers keep it within the number and inevitably lose by a missed field goal or a blocked field goal or something.
Terrible game management. Terrible game management.
Something game-esque, but I'm riding with the Chargers. As much as it pains me and disgusts me, I'm riding with the Chargers +3.
So I looked at this game. I know what you're thinking with the Chargers. The Chargers are a good football team. Good football team. Head coach is terrible. Terrible head coach. Don't think the players like him.
You see that guy on the right? He got the worst rap in the history of the NFL.
One of the most raw deals we've seen here in the past decade. But I went back and forth on this game. Went back and forth. Chargers +3. Remember watching them last week. Lions. Don't fool. Everyone keeps fooling themselves the Lions are a bad team because we know what the Lions are. Everyone keeps saying the Lions are a bad team. Lions are a top 3 team in the NFC for me, at least. Jared Goff, everybody.
I can agree.
Thinks Jared Goff. Jared Goff got a way better deal getting shipped off to Detroit, to the Motor City, than he would have if he would have stuck around LA. This really panned out for Jared Goff. I think their offense looks good. Their defense has just a bunch of dogs on that defense. Not a star on that defense. Aiden Hutchinson, he's coming into his own.
He's young, though. He's young.
But these guys love playing for Dan Campbell. Full culture buy-in. I could see this team going into the playoffs this year and really making a run at it as a later seed. But I really like what I've seen out of the Lions this year. And the more I study this over-under number here, 48.5, I got 2 plays on this one, Big Brain. 2 plays. Give me the Lions -3 at the Chargers. Somehow they backdoor this cover here.
I like that, though.
How it's going to happen. It's going to be a backdoor cover, but I love the over 48.5. A lot of points in this game. Justin Herbert has scored a lot of points all year. Lions score a lot of points. They just, I don't know. I think I see this game 31-24 Lions. Maybe a weird scoregami in the mix. Not sure how they get there, but it's the Chargers. The Chargers are either going to win this game ugly or the Lions are going to kind of take over here at the end. So I like the Lions -3, the Fighting Dan Campbells. I like the over. Personal challenge on that over. That's a lot of points here in the NFL, the National Football League. But these offenses, they can sling it. I can see a defensive score here as well.
You know what? Fuck it. Add the over to my card. I'm adding it. Let's go.
Put the over on his card.
Yep. Over's on the card. Mark it down. I'm riding the Chargers and the over. Personal challenge over.
We couldn't wrap this up all being on the same guys. You might say, hey guy, what's up with you just taking all the favorites? Bad slate this week. Really like the favorites. Tight point spreads other than the Baltimore game, which is going to get ugly. But
that game is going to get ugly.
Going to get ugly. But love all the picks so far here. Ben goes Chargers. That terrible taking Brandon Staley. But in the NFL, in order to win in gambling in the NFL, you got to get a little ugly.
You gotta kind of hate your pick sometimes in the NFL to win.
Sometimes you do.
Now, speaking of winning, we got the beat the book play of the day. We each got, it's a bad slate this week, but every slate I have my favorite play of the day, and it's part of the system play that I've been having all year. Primetime standalone game unders, and I'm riding the Gunder in Germany New England versus the Patriots, or New England Patriots versus the Indianapolis Colts. The over-under for that game. Do you want to take a stab at what that is?
Patriots and who?
Patriots Colts in Frankfurt, Germany.
I'd take a stab at it and say it's about 31 and a half.
43. 43 is that total, and I'm hammering the Gunder. The Lunder hit in every week they played in London this year. The Gunder hit last week in Dolphins Chiefs. The Gunder's hitting this week. Under 43, beat the book, play of the day. Patriots Colts in Germany. 9:30 a.m. kickoff, so get that bet in quick.
Bankroll boost.
Yep.
Trying to find where I could see some points in that game, and I can't see it. Mac Jones, worst quarterback in the NFL, hands down. Gardner Minshew, the hype's kind of over on Gardner Minshew, but I think that's a great pick.
It's gonna be a Zeke Elliott, Jonathan Taylor show, and which screams under.
Yeah, no, you're correct on that. I don't think the Patriots defense is all that bad. Don't think the Colts defense is all that bad.
Agreed.
Tough to not get the Jim Irsay roof open close tweet this week.
Gonna miss that tweet.
The atmosphere was electric in Germany last week. So I mean, interesting play there. Interesting play.
But my
play of the day. I've been telling everyone all year, and it's no secret amongst our circles. But I've been riding this team all year, and they just refuse to go down. Got them in the playoffs in every single way. Not sure how they're going to get there, but they will get there. This is a tough team led by the offensive rookie of the year going to Cincinnati. Give me the Texans +6. That line's going to go to 6.5. And if you really want to get crazy, I'm sprinkling a little bit on the money line, but I'm the guy. I'm going to take the Texans +6. I'm going to take him on the money line. CJ Stroud comes out and he shows Joe Burrow what it's like to stay at Ohio State. You get developed at Ohio State. CJ Stroud, top 10 quarterback in the league. Guy's accurate. He's throwing darts everywhere. Huge comeback from him last week. You might look at this as like, maybe a little letdown spot. But the Texans in a young team, this team's hungry. They're ready for a street fight on Sunday in Cincinnati, beating one of the top teams in the NFL.
Laying the points at Cincinnati with the Houston Texans. I love that pick. I think we need to start the conversation of CJ Stroud in the MVP consideration. Because the guy,
touchdowns on the year.
14 touchdowns, 1 pick. He's probably, I don't know, he's probably like top 7 in the league in passing yards. The rookie slander. I mean, he got to be a top 10 quarterback this year. And
you also got D'Amico Ryans easily.
To run through the picks again, we have Big Brain Benny on Steelers, Packers under 39, Ravens -6.5, Jags, Niners under 44.5, Chargers +3, and the over 48.5. Beat the book, play of the day, the Gunder, New England, Indianapolis under 43. Guys on the Steelers +3, on the Ravens -6.5, Niners -3, Detroit -3 in the over 48.5, and beat the book. He's on Houston +6.